seen her a lot more, and again, not as surprised by any means to see that here. And this is where that preservation is going to be more of it's going to counter the range of Puppet Master. And there is that interaction, though, with the Voodoo Puppet. I know we've been over this before, and God, I forget what it was, but I think if the Voodoo Puppet is outside and it's connected to somebody inside, the damage still happens.
No, it shouldn't
Or does
happen.
it not?
It shouldn't happen.
Okay, then maybe
it
I'm
should
wrong
be
with that. Okay.
any outside damage should not do damage. Because I would feel like a bug if it did do damage, because Pro Ulti literally says that if anything outside does no damage to whatever's inside.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if that is the case, then I would almost say that's a bug. So we'll have to keep an eye on that if that happens.
Yeah, it was a while back now when we saw these two together. And in this case, even on opposing teams, which is what it would have to be, of course. So, yeah, you're probably right, again, according to text and everything, but I want to keep an eye on that, because that would be something if it does. Anyways, we do have the fourth pick now as Tundra, Riptide, Hellbringer, Deadlift, Gladiator, and Doctor. Where the bands here. Kraken. Keeping the sea theme going.
Yeah. Well, interesting pick. They kind of just... they probably... I mean, I think they know they picked it into Midas this game. I don't think they won't let Fuzzy Sloth have Midas again this game. So, and they should realize they picked that into Midas. So, Kraken should do okay. I wouldn't say he wins the lane, but he should do relatively okay.
Kraken really had a status of being a top-tier pick, throughout history here. And obviously has gone up and down. Although I don't feel like he's a hero that's really got a lot of changes. I feel like he's overall been pretty similar with his skill set and just the numbers of how it works. So it's been interesting to kind of see his rises and his falls on the competitive scene.
Yeah. He shows up and then doesn't show up.
Yeah.
So, well, that's the three-core lineup that Complexity is known to run when they have their jungler, mid, and carry on the three cores. So, definitely a strong team over there. Not too many stuns at this point, so we'll have to see what that last pick is. I see they're hovering over Meraxis, so wouldn't be too bad.
I wonder what the last pick for Sync is planning to be. They have 15 seconds now remaining here. You have to decide. Of course, they already have the support. I mentioned the Kraken where he's going to end up. I guess the jungler is, and we know Ophelia's on the board. They would want her here. I don't know if she would be great against this lineup. Sandwraith is not what I expected.
How in the world are they laning this? I'm assuming that's Haxor on Sandwraith.
Huh. Somebody ran a suicide Sandwraith a couple of times. I don't think it was them. But man, that happens. I don't know if that would happen here, but I guess they could do like a tri-lane. They could do like a Myrmidon Magnus puppet tri-lane.
It's an awkward hero pick because that Hellborn side is not running Portal Key heroes. It's just Midas at this point. I mean, kind of an awkward last pick. I feel like they could have... I mean, South was up again, so against the War Beast as well. So, yeah, that's a little questionable in my opinion here, but we'll have to see how they lane that. That should be pretty interesting. It looks like Zibe is going to hold on to that puppet. He keeps swapping ults, so.
All right, they do go Meraxis to finish it. But yeah, it's just, now where the hell is this Sync lineup going? Okay, Zlapped is on Kraken. Sarah's been the Magnus.
What?
So it does end up like that. Yeah, this is something here.
I'm wondering if Zlapp's going to be jungle pulling this Kraken. It's a possibility because I don't think I've ever seen him ever play that hero.
But I mean, it doesn't. But then what would they do? Like a suicide puppet? It just. I mean, it still doesn't. I guess they could aggressive lane.
Well, I was going to say suicide the Magnus, put the puppet mid, Myrmidon Sandwraith bottom with the jungle pole Kraken. Because that would be the only way that would work. I mean,
okay.
I'm confused. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm slightly confused.
I'm sure complexity is as well. I would highly doubt they're confident in knowing what to expect because, yeah, this is definitely different now.
So, it's gonna be an aggressive trial lane. Oh, okay.
So Magnus,
second support Magnus. Okay. Huh.
So it does it up the track. Yeah, the who is playing the stuff is what I can't think through us off here, but
yeah, I mean, Complexity sees this 100%. They already have Meraxis up there. They're ready for this. So, yeah, this might catch Sync off guard a little bit because maybe they didn't expect for Complexity to dodge like this because they didn't. They probably thought the same thing I did. Maybe the jungle pull Kraken, or I mean, at least Sync that not like Sync. Sync knew what they were doing, but they don't expect Complexity to do what they're going to be doing.
Well, here we go. That's going to be how it is. And by now, I mean, the Hellhound did come up here to at least saw Puppet and Myrmidon. Maybe didn't see Magnus. He is hiding in the trees here. So, but yeah, seeing those two, a Puppet and Myrmidon, may be enough to realize what's going on. As you pointed out, they already sent the Meraxis up here anyways, so they have definitely adjusted to it off the bat. You do got Swiftblade and Pearl in this bottom lane, going to go aggressive against a solo Sandwraith now. So, yeah, and it's just, where is the Sandwraith coming from, I wonder, too, as far as this so they essentially wanted a short lane carry. I guess the logic here is one that can survive and also be, somewhat active earlier in the game. That's what Sandwraith kind of brings, so maybe there's a little bit of that here.
He's going to have a lot of trouble in this lane, though. That's what I'm worried about. If Pearl can get around him and push him into this Swiftblade, that could be a potential kill. So they have to be a little bit careful about that. And especially this mid matchup, no flame to Zlapped here, but I mean, he's not known to be a mid player. So we'll have to see how he does against Fuzzy Sloth here, who really always plays mid.
Yeah, it's definitely not his competitive history, that's for sure. I mean, I'm sure he plays this for plenty in DMM especially, but yeah, as far as competitive play, this is not his typical. But yeah, you would think Sync, again, this is a good money on the line here, the Grand Finals. They're up 1-0. Yeah. They're going to do something that at least they're somewhat confident with. So the Myrmidon, though, I still look at that and think, man, they ran this the first game too, and this is something now. Myrmidon kind of out of nowhere is apparently now a support option for Sync. But like maybe it has to do with that Puppet and the synergy there. But this is going to be a pretty passive start here, it looks like. For the most part, not a whole lot of potential action. I mean, the way people are playing is so defensive when they need to.
Yeah, and this top lane's gonna benefit Oscar a little bit up here because really all they want is levels on him, and they're just gonna keep pushing the wave up to the tower. So Haxton's gonna get pretty minimal farm while and not get the levels, of course. But what's he gonna do? Ulti in with red boots. It's just not gonna. It's not very strong compared to what a Meraxis can do with just levels.
So the creep lane down here, I will say Haxton's been doing a pretty good job of trying to keep positioning or lane control, but you see this now, it's not going to be happening. It's going to start to be pushed up here, so Sandwraith will need to be a little more careful. He does happen to buy boots at least, help his movement against Pearl here. Pearl managed to hit level 3 actually, and it's going to cause Sandwraith to go a little panic there using the Desert's Curse. If they catch him, though, without that for whatever reason, then that could definitely be a kill. Magnus, what is he doing over here? He actually kills the Hellhounds.
Yeah, this was what I was wondering. I was wondering if they were going to keep what you got in their own woods. They should know at this point that that the other team's woods is unfarmed at this point. So maybe they should be looking to get him out of their jungle and into that bottom jungle.
But I guess the difficult thing about that, though, is oh, Myrmidon, by the way. Holy crap. Warbeast is doing a lot of damage to him with just the Hellhounds. And actually, he might be in trouble. Meraxis coming over. Oh, but that wave dash, man, was just in time. He's dodging some axes, and he is going to be fine. Good getaway there from Serenia, actually. As now Oscar being turned on, however, as Kraken even joins the party. That Wheatfield is going to be dodged by Meraxis, but he goes down. Bloodlust kill for Serenia in the end. How did that get turned so well?
Yeah, Oscar didn't level his W. That's kind of unlike him. He likes to go that W really realistically no matter what. If he would have had it there, he could have blocked the Q from Kraken, and that could have been a different story. But otherwise, well played there by Sync to actually rotate over there because Zlapped left mid for a pretty long time for that kill, and at least they got it.
That's something. Yeah, not getting your Arcane Shield, especially with the lineup he's going up against and being heavily pressured up there. I mean, I do understand wanting to get more access to last hit purposes for the few that you're getting, I guess. But, yeah, if he had that, definitely could argue he could have lived there, you're right. But chose not to. Ends up coming up short after chasing himself. You do see bottom rune is going to be taken by a War Beast.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. They're going to put him in the jungle now. And he'll be pretty safe in here. I don't see him really getting roamed on here.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up. I mean, you mentioned, yeah, so roaming here, but so you don't think Magnus and... I mean, Magnus is already heading down
Magnus is going to come here, but they can't... Puppet being 1v1 top might be a problem if anyone rotates, so...
True.
Oh, he might be in trouble here.
Yep, now he is. They're going to cut him off. So, yeah, they realize he's in his jungle. You see from the bottom lane as well, Samwraith even coming over. Now, Samwraith is being slowed by Pearl, actually, but, oh, the World Bubble pushes him forward. I don't know if that was the best choice, to be honest. And Samwraith is going to barely live. Oh, my God, the neutrals actually almost killed him when he gets away.
Yeah.
That World Bubble, though, yeah, I want to say he would have been better off just not World Bubbling right there.
Yeah, almost saving it until it would have been guaranteed for the kill. He kind of used it preemptively there, so... Yeah, now this War Beast pick isn't really doing much right now because he's getting roamed on so much, but the positive of that is FuzzySoft is literally just sitting mid by himself, but not really sure why he's so far... Ooh. I expected him to be way higher in creep kills than that compared to Zlapped. Zlapped's left mid a lot, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken is a hard hitter for certain, but yeah, you got the battle cry. You mentioned he's left the lane now a couple of times here, so that is curious. I mean, he is winning the lane, but maybe just not as far ahead as you would expect here. He is racing towards the top rune. This is going to be interesting. There's the torrent, and he'll give it up. Kraken a little too scary there with that release of Kraken. You do got to respect it here, so lets him have it. Ends up being an illusion rune for Kraken there. Bottom lane, Swiftblade, he's farming pretty well, but Zibe is the top farmer at 385 gold per minute. Are they going on to Midas? They certainly are. The release of Kraken holds him in place, and you got the Magnus Myrmidon. That is a very deadly roam combo, really, when you think about it. They get the kill onto him.
Yeah, and that's a pretty crucial kill, getting kill on this Midas. Especially with this War Beast being so far behind because of the start. So this could prove to be a pretty good early game start for Sync.
Yeah, definitely already has been, really. I mean, again, I'm looking at this Myrmidon Magnus, so again, the potential really is scary. Between the Weed Field, the Magic Carp, you got the Lava Surge, and their mobility is pretty strong as well. So you already got Striders on the Magnus, the boots on Myrmidon. That's just going to open up more and more for Sync, you'd feel like. And it's also making life extra difficult on what you got. He has by no means had a comfortable farm, and that's going to get worse here. There's that stun, the Carp on top of the Weed Field, and he is dead. Just can't react to it in time. That goes back to just these roaming dual supports here.
Oh, this could be a return kill here, though.
Oh, Myrmidon says, I just want to... Nope, never mind. That was not going to work. I don't know what the intention was there from Serenia, but he ends up dying. It's kind of a waste of gold and a TP cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, at least they got something out of that. I mean, of course, losing your War Beast, you pick him to be that secondary carry. So having him die is pretty painful, but at least getting a kill in return for it.
So I was going to mention this as Magnus. He's found by Pearl over here, trying to set up some kind of kill. I don't think they're going to get a kill themselves, although Sandwraith, he comes in and Lava Surge, yep, it connects, and Pearl is going to fall. Very risky play by Magnus right here, though, and he dodges the Lion's Pride, and the transmute hits Sandwraith. And actually, Magnus does go down. Samwraith, I don't think Hax can chase much further. Maybe he can. Kraken coming in, does have a release of Kraken. Warbeast has to play it safe. Nice dodge by Midas. And the turn kill is real. The Swift Slashes was used. Maybe unnecessary there. I did get the kill, but there's the release of Kraken. And Kraken should be fine as he's running now, unless Warbeast somehow blocks him. He gets charged forward. Doesn't matter, though. There's the regen even.
Yeah, a little bit of greed there on the side of Sync to go that deep, but I guess that ended up being a 2 for 2?
Oh.
No, it was 3 for... Oh, I guess in general it was a 3 for 1 after everything. So.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, yeah, okay. So, not too bad. And I'm also looking at the experience here. Considering that the Sync team ran dual support, they're not too far behind in experience. Actually, they're ahead, which is a little surprising to me, but...
That Wheatfield just missed. Might not matter, though. You do see the Asphyxiate trying to help her get away, but Pearl does go down. The other thing to remember about the Wave Dash, or the Wave Form here even, it does actually reduce the magic armor and also slows the opponent as well if he goes through them. Now the Wheatfield ain't going to stop anyone there. So he played spin a little too strong for that. That's a good find by Formless, and he's proven to be a factor. But I want to talk about this Puppet Master for a second because, again, I know Zibbe's played it before, but yeah, look, he goes Tablet first. Follow up the Steam Boots.
That, he is their hard carry at this point. I don't think Tablet's a bad item because of the heroes they're facing, but I would say in terms of being their hard carry, it wasn't the best pickup. But I mean, it could save his life a couple times this game. So if that ends up being the case, then it'll end up being a good pickup. But it just seems a little unnecessary, I want to say. They're going to try to defend this top lane, and they're going to.
Yeah, it's going to be denied there. So well played between Warbeast and Moraxis, at least, denied the tower, but that is still a dead tower this early on in the game. Obviously,
bottom lane, they want to try to set up on Hackstrom.
Pearl, there's the Asphyxiate. As that Whirl Bubble pushes him downward, Swift Slashes bounces on, but not enough. He actually got over the cliff and manages to escape down here.
Oh, that was a really awkward interaction, but now there's another fight mid lane.
Samwraith, there's no way he's porting, though, because he is just too low on life. Yeah, he tried to help for the kill, but Warbeast a little too fast, gets on out of there. Now the chase is on, but here comes a hasted Kraken. He's got his ultimate. Not going to find the chance, though, it looks like. And out of all that, no kills. We had several fights that definitely broke out, and you would expect at least something to happen, but no kills happening. So back to the lanes we go.
Yep. I guess. Ooh.
Are they going to try for here? Yeah, they are. Magnus wasn't 6 yet. It didn't matter.
Yeah, Midas couldn't get his full combo off. If he maybe could have got it off on Kraken, might have lived, but very good pick off there by the Legion side. And they could get this mid tower now, actually.
Yeah, well, you see Kraken. He's close to it. I mean, yeah, it is very low. I don't think they would have invulnerability. I think they used it from the top lane, too, so.
I think so, too.
Oop. Let's see a pause coming out here. First.
Yep.
Okay, I guess the big crashed as he is up here at the top lane. Yeah, that could have been really bad if the fight kind of broke out up here. But he actually does buy the Helm of the Victim now, so it's almost like he's kind of transitioning into a little bit of that carry presence, but just wanted the tablet first here instead.
Little interesting. If they expected this puppet to be the hard carry, why didn't they just give it to Haxer and let Zibbe play kind of this suicide-ish Sandwraith? I feel like that might have been a little bit more effective. Nothing against Zibbe, just, Haxton's a good carry, so just wondering why they wouldn't want to give him the hard carry position this game.
Yeah, like again, I remember this would have been on Fresh when it was Zibbe and Haxton, of course, were teammates over there. We have kind of seen this before where they kind of do this idea of the aggressive tri-lane or whatever, and Puppet Master played by Zibbe, he kind of goes this tablet. This is somewhat boxy style too, boxy for BMG when he plays Puppet mid. He will go the tablet into the Sackstone and kind of progress from there. But because of how Sandwraith started, I do feel that could have warranted maybe a little bit more of the idea of wanting to get more farm heavy. But hey, 4,800 gold lead right now for the Legion side, so hard to argue, you know, with their success at the same time where it's brought them here. So it looks as if, of course, is back again. It's kind of transitioning as we're talking about now. But Samwraith is also finding a little bit of farm here. He's got another 1,000 gold saved up. And he's going to be working towards that mock, I'm sure.
Yeah, long ways away, but I mean, when he does get it, of course, it'll make that big impact like it normally does. So you need to maybe get a kill. I mean, this Hellborn team needs to make a kill somewhere. The problem is they have no portal keys yet. They are getting close on at least the Midas, so maybe then they can start getting some ganks rolling.
You see the top lane up here. Myrmidon roaming about. He's kind of by himself currently, so I got to be a little careful about that. He feels confident with his ultimate and whatnot. He actually is going to place a ward of sight. Pretty good spot. Obviously just out of range of the tower and has some pretty good vision overall as far as where the Hellborn heroes are at. So going to be able to use that to possibly look for kills or prevent kills from happening early. And it's also good for them in the Hellborn jungle. They're able to farm it out a little bit, and you see right here, as soon as they see them kind of pushing up, they'll just start to fall back. So smart tactic on their part, as there's the Whispering Helm finished in full now on a Puppet Master. As the portal key on Zlapped, we'll see about making a play with that here in the near future. Let's see a level 11 too coming up. Portal keys for the Hellborn team. How's that looking? You got Midas 1760. So Fuzzy Sloth is close. Morax is 1,000 gold saved up, so they're trying. You can tell they're prioritizing. I mean, Oscar is kind of farming up here at the top lane.
Yeah, I think they're just going to kind of give up the early farm of the carries to get these early portal keys that will be pretty crucial in these team fights. So I definitely agree with that decision.
See triple stack Ancients being done by Puppet Master, actually. Myrmidon assisting there somewhat. Puppet, though, clearing them up for the most part, so keeping that farm up. Now 415 gold per minute here. Continuing to look very good. Fuzzy Sloth is going to have his portal key as he takes out a Ballista there. Kraken, however, there's a rev ward here.
Yeah, they see him. He's there.
They just, nope, he's kind of on the outskirts of it. He doesn't realize they see him now. But he's going to be out of range. Oh, now they gave it away. God, he was just on the outskirts of it. That had to be frustrating.
Yeah, they want him to walk up just a little bit more.
And they gave it away there, so now he's going elsewhere. And actually, he may find Warbeast here. Oh, never mind. Was lucky for Warbeast there. That Kraken chose to go down into the river rather than checking the camp there. And so Kraken doesn't get a kill out of it, but hey, he stayed alive. Meanwhile, 2,400 gold on Hacks. This hero in general, it's just that I feel like that happens from time to time where he gets locked down, stuff falls behind, but then he kind of eventually finds that room to just start pulling up gold, and then the Mocker Brilliance happens.
Yeah, and especially once they get this mock, they could probably force a lot of fights, and that's kind of going to be their timetables. Once they get that mock, just start forcing. And this Hellborn team really needs that portal key on Meraxis, and they just need to start running together. Make a pick somewhere, kill Zlapped. Zlapped's been playing pretty aggressive this game, so get some early wards and get Zlapped. Or just defensive wards that'll see Zlapped running into the jungle.
Yeah. You see Samwraith right there using the Mirage defensively more so to make sure that he's still find to farm the bottom lane. I guess maybe they were missing for a little bit here on complexity side, so just being aware of where they're at. So that will be on cooldown for another 80 seconds now. But is still farming very well here. I do know, guys, there was a little bit of a hiccup there. Again, I don't know what has been going on here these last couple of days. I have every now and then there's been a couple of frame drops here, so doing my best to do what I can to make sure that it's smooth as possible. It looks like it hasn't been happening now for these last couple of minutes. It should be good. I did close a couple of things that maybe helped with that, so hopefully it's good for here. But all right, so moving forward though, Kraken No, he's going to be fine. He's kind of tempting fate here a little bit, but...
Yeah, this was my point. Look how he's playing, and they have portal keys on this Midas. They need to be jumping this and setting up on this.
It's like they... I mean, portal key is coming now to Oscar.
I guess they just don't feel comfortable with just Midas initiation. It could be pretty hard to miss the combo without a straight stun. Okay.
There comes a Veiled Rot. They're going to work their way into the jungle. Will they maybe go for War Beast over here or towards the middle lane? They're going to hunt around the camps here. They may eventually get to War Beast unless, oh god, the timing.
Oh my god.
So perfect.
Well, we'll just say game sense.
Yeah.
We'll just say game sense on that one. But, yeah, I mean, kind of just the right place at the right time for that case. So. I mean, they do, you know, in Complexity's favor that they didn't have last game, is they do have two relatively hard carries. So, but I mean, also, so does the Legion team and Sandwraith and Puppet. So, this could be a pretty big clash of just the big ultimates and how well the teams initiate.
Yep. Bottom lane, Magnus. Oh, he's going to poke out here. But he did not go far enough, Massera. Talking about knowing something's up. He will fall back, and I think I just saw that Warp Clef purchase on Puppet Master.
Oh.
As Pearl gets picked off middle lane, and actually they do find War Beast with Sandwraith, but no, he is going to be fine. Yeah, that's a late Thunderclaw here.
Yeah, and it's on a Puppet Master, and I don't like that very much. I don't think the hero really needs a Thunderclaw. The hero naturally farms fast. I mean, a Shroud for pickoffs would be better at this point. Did he not see Magnus? Ooh. It's daytime, right? Yeah. A little interesting that he didn't see Magnus in those trees when Swiftblade walked by.
There we go, the jump on a Puppet Master now. Magnus, he is going to stun in, but it's too late. TPs are coming. Can they at least get some kind of turn kills here? Kraken, he's looking for a chance. He is going to charge back onto Meraxis there. The Weedfield also connected onto Midas. Meraxis got his stomp off, but Magnus coming back in, and eventually Meraxis is killed. Nicey Kraken has to get on out of there. He doesn't have enough mana left to do much else. I guess his Release Kraken was on cooldown, so that makes sense. Used it on the kill he got earlier, so nice kill on a Puppet at least for Complexity, but they do lose somebody in the end for it.
Yeah, this was basically an identical trade. I mean, Warbeast and Sandwraith were both farming while the other heroes were getting kills bottom, and I mean, it was just a one-for-one Meraxis for a Puppet, so in that regard, it does benefit Complexity, but then there is both carries just farming the other two carries, so Haxorn almost does have his Mach, and that's going to be a good timing for the position that he was put in this game.
Just Fortisite down here, going to spot any incoming at the bottom lane, but there's that Mach of Brilliance finished on Sandwraith. So again, has that now. Another Veiled Rod happening. We got Kraken here. Heading towards the top lane. Going to join up with Magnus perhaps. Again, looking to continue just to be very active here. Swiftblade did go that Firebrand first, and now the full Frostburn is finished on top of that. So Formless this game passing up the Abyssal Skull, but the obvious there is that what you got on Warbeast. Going the Abyssal Skull instead, and he is working towards that Shrunken Head, of course, so makes sense added to that together.
Yeah, that'll be a good item pickup. I mean, they're basically facing all magic at this point. So once they get a Shrunken on this, I don't think they're going to go on Midas yet, but once they get the Shrunkens, oh, okay, it was Serenity. I thought it was Puppet for a second there.
Yeah.
Got the colors mixed up there, but yeah, I mean, it was just there's not much you could do as a Myrmidon against the Swiftblade.
Yeah, this is farming up Swiftblade. Yeah, Myrmidon is usually a little bit better at surviving, but must have caught him just simply in a bad spot, bad timing. Sandwraith, by the way, pops his ultimate. Is he looking for something? Maybe top? No, he's not going to go in. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Kraken is in a little bit of trouble right here. Magnus comes in with a counter eruption, though. They're trying to turn it. He gets them both because of the volcanic touch. Oh, that got so close to maybe somehow getting away, but they do not. So Kraken ends up falling but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Sync here. That was such a close call. With how that
Yeah,
one
they
played
might
out.
catch Haxer down here, though.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He does not have his Mirage up, and unless TP start coming up quickly, no, they don't really have to jump between Pearl and Swiftblade. So actually, he is going to be fine here. Swiftblade definitely wants that Assassin Shroud to be able to get those chances here. So now he's going to fall back and farm more towards it instead. So a Magnus tablet now in the works for him to follow up. But again, Samwraith is kind of that focus. I'm still just shocked by Zibe going that Thunderclaw. Not even so he went the Warp Clef. Now he's not even finishing Thunderclaw.
What is he? Is he going for a demonic?
I guess that could be possible. That's just such an odd way to do it, if so.
It seems odd to buy the Warp Clef first. I would. I mean, even if he goes demonic, I'm not even a huge fan of that at this point. I mean, he's going to be 1,000 HP with a demonic. Sure, it's a good team aura, but he can still die instantly. I almost hope it's a Thunderclaw at this point. So I guess we'll just have to see what he actually ends up going. Oh, well, there it is. It is going to be a demonic.
It eventually is be, yeah.
That's... I don't like it on... It's not like I don't like it on Puppet. I don't like it on the fact that it's his first major item. And it just seems awkward that that's what his choice was.
Yeah. It's definitely a very off style of doing it now. I mean, attack speed on Puppet Master, it is good. It really is just... It's hard to argue that's going to be better than a Soul's Bulwark, though, as far as a priority item. So, yeah, the build-up I still definitely question, too, a little bit. But a full Demonic Breastplate, hey, it's good to have, really. So, I don't know if it's necessarily that bad item pickup, personally, but it is different. But, again, Zibe is one of those players. He is a little different.
It's just that they had. I mean, they have a Kraken who, wears the demonic so well, so.
True.
Just a little interesting that he was the best choice for a demonic.
Yeah. Gonna be on Puppet Master here. We do see Samwraith pointing to the top lane. He's actually in a little bit of trouble. He does pop the Mirage, though, when he goes elsewhere. He actually goes off to the side. Meanwhile, the release of Kraken's going to be missed. He tried to catch somebody. I think that was Midas, but Midas gets charged back and eventually is killed in the end. Now the chase is on to Pearl. She's way up here, barely any life. She doesn't have a TP, so she's just simply going to try to hide here. Going to cut through the trees. Will they actually be able to find her is the question. I don't know if they're going to, actually. It's probably not even worth the time to chase. No, yeah, they're not even going to find her, so at least Pearl will get away.
Well, kinda. Can't really get out. Oh, he's cutting his way through the trees. Oh, boy. I think he's still dead. Is it?
No.
No, I thought the fish was going to give him the E and run him down.
He actually got away there. So good for him there, but again, Midas did die in turn as well. Not good for them either. We got the Firebrand on Sandwraith here. So Haxerin just keeping more damage coming, and he's definitely building up for this late game. Now, he's not going the Resto Stone build, with that said, at least yet, and now he even buys a Mighty Blade, so maybe he's going to build that Shrunken Head here.
I don't know if they saw this Warbeast down here.
I don't think they did, but it's not going to matter.
He's
just dead too fast.
Alrighty. I think it might have been an okay fight if Oscar got his ulti off there, but did not. So good pick off there by the Sync team.
Yeah, well played there, and happy with that. Warbeast, his impact. Well, what you got, again, he had to deal with a lot in the early game here. A lot of roam between Magnus and Myrmidon, constantly pushing him out of the jungle and whatnot. But, 356 gold per minute, not too shabby, especially considering the start. As the Abyssal Skull and the Shrunken Head here, and the Soul's Bulwark is coming. Speaking of that, Zibe is getting fairly closer to actually finishing a full Demonic Breastplate here. That on top of the Whispering Helm. I mean, he himself is going to have plenty of armor.
And now he's going to actually do damage. Obviously with the armor debuff and then his E splashing, he has some decent damage.
And I believe it's coming out to him right now even, so... And going to have that to work with. Again, the Shurikenet on Sandwraith most likely. Top lane Pearl. Oh my god, she's doing a great job of staying alive. That's this heal's great. Look at that even. Asphyxiate, but eventually is going to be killed. Did everything she possibly could. Still not enough. She did not get Soothing Presence here. But
yeah. Yeah, I just noticed that recently. They wanted to kill the Sandwraith bottom, and in that regard, I agreed they should have done that skill build, but they didn't kill the Sandwraith whatsoever. I think they maybe killed him. That one kill that was that happened. So, yeah, this game might have been better just to go to E because they weren't getting the kills out of the QW damage combination.
Yeah. They saw that middle lane. They actually try to kill more Axis. Now bottom lane, Midas. He's on the run, but we're seeing more and more of this now as this game has kind of picked up here. The chase of Sync. It's they find one hero, they chase, eventually get the kill. Sometimes they get away, but times like this, they also do die. And is Kraken going to try? Magma stunned in. Kraken, though, fell back, so the communication off right there. And meanwhile, Swift slashes from Swiftblade. Will tear through him. Double damage. Puppet Master, though, in the background. He joins the party. He got here really late, though. And he does not have the most backup. Yeah, Zippy's going to fall. So that was a, yeah, that was a, I need my teammates to back me up kind of deal, and they weren't doing that. Well, that was a couple of mistakes for Sync.
Yeah, that's a big turn there. Magnus didn't even get his eruption off there, so yeah, Haxtron lived and so did Magnus, but that's some 3 pretty crucial kills and just gave a lot of gold to the Swiftblade.
Magnus still hiding, but not going to get the chance to make a play here in the end. But yeah, that's Swiftblade now has got that assassin shot with the Frostburn. They're going to open up for a Kongor attempt here. There's a Rev Ward that probably had an idea that something's going on, but I don't think Sync is any bit ready to defend this. I mean, Kraken and Puppet Master still even resurrecting here. So this should be a free token. Magnus could try to make a play. He is.
Yeah, he's ulting.
Oh my gosh. Sandwraith going in as well. There goes Magnus with the eruption. They're going to kill what you got there on Warbeast. Will they get more out of this? Sandwraith actually got stunned off to the side. Moraxis is solo on life, but Magnus can't finish him off. But here goes the Wheatfield. Pearl goes down. Swiftblade in trouble actually now. One more auto tech could do him in, but the spin keeping the distance right here, and Desert's Curse in 1 second. He clicks him. No, he hits him. The snipe is real. Down goes Formless.
Very well played by Sync. I mean, they know the power of their ultimates, and you can't use your portal key on your the Hellborn side. It becomes a big problem. So, well played by Sync there.
And now Kongor, it is in their favor unless Midas now makes a steal. It's just back and forth right here. But Midas by himself, he's going to go for it. Oh, and kills Sandwraith, then he gets a token. What a play from Fuzzy Sloth. Can he escape now? Maybe get turn kills. In comes a Weedfield. It is hit as well as release a Kraken, so he will not get out of there. But it's still a victory, I think. I mean, killing a Sandwraith and preventing a token from being picked up, that's still something at least.
I mean, I think in terms of what happened and the situation they were put in, I think that was best case scenario. Sure, he died, but there is no token, and they actually did get the Kongor killed, so they did get the global gold. So, I mean, that's, you know, a good thing for them. And, I mean, there is no token to deal with now, so. And I guess Haxtron died as well, so.
Yeah, him dying, I think, is what kind of puts it a little bit over the edge, at least at that very, very end there. But obviously, Sync still in the overall, feeling very good. And you got Puppet Master now, 400 plus GPM. Again, he's had that demonic here, another 1,200 gold saved up. So we'll see where he goes. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like an Assassin Trot now. He just doing everything kind of backwards here, but still proved to be actually be a pretty big pickup if he wants it here. So we'll see what he does like. Oh, I guess the Brutalizer going to be coming out for Warbeast here.
Yeah, he needs a good 2 items, and he'll be in a decent spot for this game. And the same kind of thing with Swiftblade. Shrunken Head was picked up by Moraxis as well, so the items are kind of starting to come in now for complexity. Oh, Shrunken was finished on Haxtron as well. Didn't even notice that.
Yep, got that as he came back up here. So that's, again, knowing that he didn't have that here in the last fight. Pretty scary stuff for complexity. Yes, preservation will still be good, but he will be able to now roam a little more freely against, say, the Midas here especially. Also the Moraxis. As Kraken is farming middle lane. They are grouping up bottom lane down here. However, top tower, this tower's still up at 32 minutes. A little surprised at that, but eventually is killed by complexity here.
Kraken could be in some trouble.
They're going to go for it. There the slashes. Sandwraith, he... Okay, release Kraken. Yeah, Sandwraith is in there. He goes in, but preservation going to be used. However, Sandwraith still in pursuit. Obviously, the World Bubble doing nothing. Midas goes down. The backup is coming. Magnus stunts in. Down goes Midas as well as Pearl, and now Warbeast. He pops his trigger though. Moraxis jumping in. It's just counter for counter. But I think Sync is going to come out on top of this. The Puppet Master, no, the final auto attack missed on the uphill. So Warbeast actually does live, but Moraxis goes down, ultimately ending a 3-for-1 exchange right there. It's just one after the other. They kind of kept countering each other. But again, Sync coming out on top in the end of it. And I'll see where they go from here. Looks like back to bottom.
Yeah. I mean, Oscar did save what you got there, so not the worst circumstance. I mean, yeah, you lost 3 heroes for it. Or, yeah, 3 heroes to Pro that as well. So, I mean, they did save the carries, though, so, I mean, that's the good thing. But that also just gave Haxton a lot of gold, and he lived. So, a lot's going right here for Sync. And, I mean, if they stay on this...
Oh, that's a Magnus kill. Unless he gets away the distance, he does. Swiftblade, he didn't want to chase there.
Yeah, didn't have his ulti.
Oh, yeah, no ultimate. That's definitely the biggest factor. Not worth it to him. So, but yeah, the full Kongor, he's, again, hitting really hard here. And once that Brutalizer is finished on Warbeast, they got a lot of right-click damage, definitely, on Complexity's side here. But you also have some pretty big items coming up for Puppet Master and Sandwraith as well. Magnus Sheepstick, that's going to be huge as well, and that is around the corner now.
Yeah, that's really close. I mean, Magnus has done very well this game. I mean, he was a second support Magnus, so he's doing very well.
And speaking of that, finds another kill on Oscar here at the bottom. Double damage, Sandwraith helping with that. And that Sheepstick is basically... Well, who has a Thunderclaw?
What?
Who has a Codex?
Alright, Masera, you're cool.
He's regenning, I guess, so might as well troll a little bit.
Oh,
There's the actual item. Meanwhile, top lane, they catch Kraken. Swift Slashes are used, but gets the kill. So an eye for an eye, they say. Kraken for Moraxis. Yeah, that's obviously Masera's fault.
Yeah, I mean, Masera was probably yelling in Skype that, guys, I'm buying all these weird items to piss off Breaky. And it probably caught Zlapped off guard.
Yeah, Zlapped started laughing or something hysterically, and he dies.
We'll just go with that. I think that works.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, I agree. Swiftblade's actually going to finish a wing bow. I think he just bought a Steam staff, so makes me believe that he's going to...
split it up, yeah.
Yeah, split the Kongor for the wing bow.
Yep, that's definitely... popular thing I know he likes to do especially. Wingbow this game. Now, it is kind of interesting. God, look at Puppet Master, man. Now the Firebrand purchase. This is such a different Zibby Puppet Master build here. Again, I know he does have a little bit of history to it. Like I said, we've kind of seen this in the past before. It's still just odd to see because we see the typical Puppet Master so many times. Firebrand, in general, what it gives is definitely not a bad pickup. Just seeing it on an intelligence hero is just where it's kind of a little like, that's interesting. I don't know.
I guess he wants the Geos. Well, that's bad. Well, I guess not that bad, but... Yeah, well, actually, that was Magnus Eruption, in all honesty.
Yeah, it was. So,
they could maybe... Yeah, they could try to make a play out of this, knowing that that's down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if he does turn that into a Geospin and Sandwraith going somewhere. No, I can't catch.
Yeah, he ported top. He tried to kill Midas.
Does Geospin, really prevent a whole lot here?
I was looking at taking off the Midas, if he can do it before the stun goes off. And then, I guess for Swiftblade ulti, if he's by himself.
True.
It's a couple of uses. I wouldn't say it was the best item choice, but it's definitely not a useless item this game.
It's almost like I feel like a Shrunken would be better against this Hellborn makeup, actually.
Yeah.
That's what he's going up against. So if he wants it for that defensive purpose, then yeah, it does seem like the Shrunken might have been a better choice. It's not like he needs more armor either.
No, they definitely have that going for them.
Yeah.
Or that going for him. He's at 31 at this point, so.
Oh, Magnus. Look at that. He actually juked initially. I think they were confused on where he actually went, and they realized they have to get out of there. So that they do. Just a little bit of interaction coming out, but those are illusions, right? Yeah, Swift play top. No, they can't catch him. Do they have any kind of superior stun? Oh, yeah, Kraken. They definitely do. So if he's able to catch Swiftblade trying to sneak out with a TP, then that release the Kraken will stop it. As well as a charge, for that matter.
Love committed a lot of rev wards to their own ancients. And they didn't even counter that ward that was actually there the whole time. So, I mean, that's 400 gold to not even get the ward. Wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
We're at that point of the game, too, where Sandwraith even himself is doing so much damage now whenever he ultimates. Has potential. As you see, Swiftblade. Oh, he's being sneaky here. I think it's more of a, I just want to get out of here, though, sneaky.
Yeah, his TP's down. Yeah, there it goes.
He's going to still stick around a little bit, though. He might try for something. No, he's not going to risk it. He might have seen Sand right there, but obviously they are pretty blind, so not going to throw himself at the Legion team right here. They know that Complexity, I'm sure, has fallen behind a bit. And this is a tough spot. Pearl's making a play, trying to get some wards down. She's going to somehow manage to live. And actually, Swift Slash is coming out. Again, a good amount of creeps here, absorbing the damage, though. He is going to be fine, however. So that was some funky interaction between the teams. Get a preservation use. Not a long cooldown, I guess.
Yeah, and it looks like they want to try to break base now, too, as well.
Working on the uphill now. No token or anything like that, but Geosbane is finished on Puppet Master. 3,500 gold on Sandwraith. You'd think they maybe want to get him as next tier item before they really try to break base right here. Meanwhile, top lane, Warbeast. Expect a little bit more of that, perhaps. He's kind of at that spot, too, where he can start split pushing really effectively. And they're just going to keep the pressure at the middle lane currently. Oh, Moraxis going in. Now, Sandwraith isn't here yet, of course. He can't join the party, though. And here he comes. Midas is going to fall. Kraken getting low, but not low enough. Swiftplay cutting the release of Kraken. Swiftplay is going to go down. The eruption on top of him. He does have a buyback, which he uses immediately. Warbeast manages to get on out of there as Moraxis went back in to make sure that was the case. But now he goes down, so Swiftblade bought back. Are they going to keep going? Looks like they want to. A little risky, I feel like. Swiftblade kind of touching in right there, but the tower does fall. They want that Rax. They are going to get it. If vulnerability comes out, you can tell Complexity. They pretty much have given up on defending it now.
Yeah, there's no defending it. Both their initiators are down.
And down they go. All right, so now Sync. That's the first big mountain they've now climbed over. And now it's, you got to think a downward trek here, because being that far ahead, being in the racks up now, and having this big of a lead with the lineup that they have, especially Sandwraith and Puppet Master, both very scary potentially carry heroes, and kind of already at that point. They're even going to go for more. They say you still don't have your initiators, and they're right. That's going to be another melee rack, so I know it's Complexity in case of they don't want to go without their initiators, but they just gave up 2 sets of racks in the end for that. Now it's very, very grim in terms of coming back.
Yeah. There's not much they can do. Yeah, I mean, the Suicide Sandwraith ended up doing pretty... I mean, it wasn't Suicide, but not so early farmed Sandwraith ended up doing very well, so... Yeah, this one just might be over. 2 sets of racks, and there's no big item coming anytime soon for anyone. Maybe what you got getting something, but... Did he actually buy that? Sarah actually bought that, okay. Sarah bought Codex.
Who? Sarah? Oh.
Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
Now is that time, too, of we can start trolling, he says.
I would have liked to see the Insan, but, you know. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Yeah, I feel like Codex is a little like, if you're going to troll, that's too obvious now. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. You got to get another item. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
Battle
gotta-
Magnus. Let's go.
I respect that. I think Masera is trying too hard here. He should go like the Insanitarius or Rift Shards or something just really silly.
If you're so confident with winning this game, come on, go a dumber item.
Yeah, exactly. Why not be dumber, Masera?
I mean, there's a lot of good items to get, but
Good
Ah,
Doombringer. What are you scared?
Oh boy, wouldn't that be the change of pace?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a dead pearl.
and he does have Resto Stone now, so he
Yeah.
can just pop and go again.
Just noticed that too. That's something else on the list of many bad things that Complexity has to deal with here now in this game. A Savage Mace is amongst that as well, as Puppet Master is getting closer to that. And this is the way he's built it. It's a very sustained Puppet Master damage. A lot of these Puppet Masters with their builds may be up front more so burst, but he's just sustained all throughout. They do catch Swift Play, by the way, so I think, yeah, you got to call GG now if you're Complexity. There's absolutely no way with him dead. So the time to win. Heroes of New Earth Invitational champions will be Sync eSports here as they take out Complexity 2-0, taking home their share of the prize pool as well as claiming the title of time to win champion. So congratulations to Sync eSports. Again, a team that they're bringing a new roster to the Sync organization here recently, and clearly representing it proudly. They're looking good. They got second place here in their cycle number 4 recently. Strong start here in cycle 5, and here they are winning the time to win invitational. So congrats to them. Complexity will finish as the runner-up here in second place. Get also their share of the prize pool here. So, Rogroste, yeah, final thoughts on that game there?
Oh, just very well played by Sync. I mean, they kind of played to the strength of their draft, even though it was a little awkward to see Zlapped on Kraken. But someone did point out to me that it isn't the first time. But, yeah, just very well played by Sync and looking to be a big force ever since they kind of put this team together. So, definitely fun to watch, though. They do play some fun heroes.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and it's fun and also good at that. And yeah, the Myrmidon, the 2-0 with Myrmidon here in the Grand Finals. that is something too to kind of add to it. So, but they definitely made it work and deserving of it. I'm actually in the works here of grabbing an interview, and it looks like I may have got somebody. So we'll go ahead and bring him on here in just 1 second. Let me go ahead and set up the graphic appropriately, but looks like I'm probably going to be able to get us joined by Zibe here, and actually we can ask him what the hell he's doing on Puppet Master. So
Little logic behind that demonic pickup and et cetera, et cetera.
yeah, don't be like I love as I say that, he goes, "Don't be too harsh on my item pickups or my score."
Well, in that case, guess what I'm going to be hard on?
Yeah, guess what we're doing here. All right, let me bring him in here real quickly. Oh God, Skype's being stupid. 1 sec.
Oh, Skype's never stupid. What are you saying?
Okay, there we go. There we go. Give him a call here. Zibe. Nope, he's still not there. Never mind.
No, he's not answering.
There we go. Zibe.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
Well, we won. I'm doing great.
You won.
Despite my little lackluster participation,
Well,
I guess you could call it.
Yeah, it's funny because I was actually how you mentioned that. It's, don't make fun of your score. I actually didn't even realize that until you said that. So, yeah, 1, 2, and 5, I guess, is not a very impressive score. But I mean, hell, you guys won it. It seemed like you were still doing plenty, even though maybe the score didn't reflect that. So I will say that at least. First off, of course, congratulations on your victory here. You're the time to win champion, so that's good, I'm sure. We'll start with this team. It feels like it's coming together pretty nicely. You guys it's obviously you've been playing with a lot of these guys for a while now, but are you almost surprised how well you guys have come together, or was this expected for you?
Well, we all expected to be at least a top 3 contender very, very early after we formed the team. But yeah, when we're happy, I think we play well, and we have been keeping a pretty good atmosphere lately.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, we're really happy with how things are going right now, I'd say, despite the second place last cycle.
That was a close call there, but yeah, there's a new cycle here where you guys are looking good, and again, this is a start in the right direction. At least with that said, too, of now the champions of this tournament. So, how was it playing this tournament here? I mean, what would you say it was a little nice, you know, having another event alongside Hon Tour? Was it maybe too much? I mean, what are your feelings with that?
Hon Tour is already a lot of games. In a way, this tournament just takes place instead of scrims, basically, because we kind of ended up playing every single day in the weeks anyway.
Yeah.
Because we have time to win on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then Hon Tour on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we just play the tournaments instead of scrimming, but it's nice because you get a motivation to get out there and still play.
Yeah.
Because a tournament, that's a lot more serious than just scrims.
Yeah, no, it definitely changes the environment for sure. And hey, there's money on the line, so that helps with that too. I mean, we got to talk about this. Like, I don't want to be, we're not going to be harsh on it by any means. More so, just curious. So this game too, obviously there was a lot of attention on that. Your item build from going the tablet first, which is nothing crazy, but then into the Whispering Helm, and then eventually the demonic. Like, so what was your logic? What was the thinking behind the line of items you went?
Well, I guess you could say we just weren't stressed at all about the game. We had tons of pick-off even without me. We had, the Kraken, the Magmus, Myrmidon, a great follow-up hero, and then Sanrith ulti. I just didn't feel the need to go a Shroud. So my thought was just I wanted to sort of back up in case they forced us to take fights. Because they had very lackluster initiation, so the tablet just helps out to save whoever gets initiated on by Moraxis.
Okay.
And after that, they mostly just have physical damage, so I thought, well, yeah, let's go have Breastplate and Whispering Helm, because farm and more armor, that's great.
Yeah.
And then I just controlled as many creeps as I could, got Geobane to tank Swiftblade ulti. I just felt like I wanted to make us able to trade auto attacks, basically, and just take the team fights easily.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. The Geometer's Bane was also another interesting one, but so it sounded like it was more for the Swiftblade, and I think that we kind of brought that up too. So if it's for that, yeah, no, that makes sense to go that. And the Savage you were trying to get, but the game was over at that point. So.
Yeah, I realized I didn't deal that much damage.
Yeah, that was we noticed that too with the
it was me and Warbeast there in the last fight. I don't know if you noticed. We were just sitting there auto attacking each other, and not much happened.
Yeah, that's a little awkward, but. Well, again, a victory for you guys. Another part of this that was really interesting, I don't know how much insight you would have on this, but Serenia playing Myrmidon both games. Where's Myrmidon coming from?
I have no idea, but I'm very positively surprised. I don't know where they got that pocket pick from, but positively surprised.
So that surprised you as well when it was picked up then, and you were like, what?
Yeah, well, sort of, but I was all in for trying something new. I always am.
Cool. All right, well, Rick Girlstay here. Do you have any questions for Zibbe?
No, we went over the big one. I just want to know what the breastplate was about. But yeah, I mean, it ended up being a good pickup. So I will not flame you, Zibbe.
No, it's I've done it a couple of times before. It's just when the enemy team has a lot of physical damage, the breastplate makes a big difference. That's about
definitely.
it.
Yeah, great item to have for sure in that case. So. All right, so you guys now got, again, Hon Tour to focus back on at Cycle 5 here. And what do you think, Zibbe? Are you going to be the Cycle 5 champs coming up, or is it too early to tell?
Yes, we are going to be the Cycle 5 champs.
All right, confidence.
Oh,
unless anything really weird goes down. That's what we're going to get. Cycle 5 championship.
I like it. All right, well, Zibbe, that pretty much does it for me as well then. Any shout-outs, anything else you want to say here?
Well, shout out to time2win for hosting this tournament. Shout out to my team for playing really, really well today. Just a great performance overall. Shout out to you guys for casting our game. And shout out to any fanboys out there. Shout out to my friends sitting behind me watching. And that's it. I
can't do that, man. People like watching me play. It's just so weird. Like, I don't know how you guys do it at LANs, man.
It's that feeling that someone's over your shoulder. It's a little weird.
It is. It's like, they're watching every mistake I do. This is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, you played. We would not have expected anything, so you played great.
It just made the breastplate pick up weirder because I didn't get anything done, and he's behind me watching, and I'm just feeling a little bit awkward. not getting anything done.
Does he actually know the game at least? He like knows Hans?
Yeah, he has
Okay.
played
Okay, that helps.
some 100 games of it at least.
All right. All right, well, no, it's fun. Pleasure to have you on, man, and obviously we'll look forward to watching you guys now on Han Tour here. Well, coming up tomorrow even. It continues into this weekend here, so
Thanks.
best of luck. Congratulations again. Thanks for joining us, Zibby.
Thank you.
All right, so there's Zibby there joining us of Sync eSports. So, well, we got our answer at least. It's,
Yeah.
you know, he gave his logic. So, again, that's simply what it was, just taking up against a physical and giving kind of a secondary carry. And then he, to be fair, he did realize that maybe he wasn't doing as much damage as he hoped for. And he tried to make up for that, but, you know, they'd won it at that time. So we can't be too critical on that by any means.
Nah, it's Zibe. He plays well all the time, so.
And he does. All right, but that means, again, our Time to Win Invitational. It's been a great event. It's been a lot of fun. It really has been great working with these guys behind the scenes, and it's going to be coming to a conclusion, though. Had to come to an end, and it's only a 2-week event here, so it wasn't the longest thing ever, but, you know, hopefully maybe more of these in the future. We'll see, but definitely a shout-out to Time to Win with that said, as Zibby mentioned, too, and also a big shout-out, of course, to Sync on being the champions. And shout out to you, Rick Roste, for being my co-cast here, at least for today and other parts of it. Any final words and shout-outs yourself that you want to make?
Just really good games today, like always. It's always good to see these top teams play. And, yeah, just shout out to Millifu, Poopman, and Complexity, and Breaky for having me again.
All right. That is going to officially start wrapping it up, guys. Like I said, well, I told you these last couple of weeks here, it's going to be quite the grind. It definitely has been. We've had a lot of Han coming at you here consistently, and that's going to only continue going in to this weekend. We got now 2 days ahead of us here on Saturday and Sunday of Han Tour Season 4 Cycle 5 action. The group stages are going to be wrapping up, but there's still a lot of Han to be played. A total of 12 series, and obviously 3 different series each day that we're going to be covering, 6 hours or so of coverage. A lot's coming at you. I'm actually pulling it up right now as far as the information here. So let me go ahead and see what we're doing tomorrow. So the plan is we're going to be kicking it off, actually, with Evil Corporation versus 2-0. So should be a fun one there, and then we'll go from there. You can check it all out at hontour.com. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. You can also check out the articles on hontour.com. There's even another one that was just posted today. Like I said, there's basically daily updates now. They've been doing a great job behind the scenes.